friends. How have you been? This is Taiping here. I have been busy. I haven't posted YouTube videos for about 2 weeks. So, Derek Chauvin was convicted on all accounts. This is already not news anymore. But I promise won't be the last time you hear about the case or about him from TV or from me. Okay, so today I just want to discuss the unanswered questions from his convictions. Question number one: why Derek Chauvin didn't see George Floyd was dying and landed himself in a criminal trial, and eventually he was convicted on all accounts. He invoked his Fifth Amendment rights of not testifying in front of a jury. Had he taken the stand and explained, oh, okay, I held him down to protect himself from bashing his head on the ground, or walk to the street and run over by the car. His head and shoulders are wider than the neck, so my lower leg is over the back of his head and the shoulder blade. My knee was not on his neck. The bystander video was taken from a standing position, so from the bird's eye view, it looks like my knee is on his neck. But actually, there was no pressure or minimum pressure on his neck. And in the beginning, he was actively resisting, and he always begged and said he couldn't breathe. So at the end, when he was still saying he couldn't breathe, I seriously thought that he was just the boy who cried the wolf. I have no idea he was dying. Had I known he was dying, I would let him go and immediately starting helping him, assisting him, saving him. Why wouldn't I? Besides his family, I am the last person in this world want him to die under my arrest. I didn't know why he died. I didn't know he was dying. So had he explained in his own words, maybe it would have been a slightly different result. I feel the defense probably has made the wrong decision not testifying. Nobody else, including his defense attorney, can see these things. He has to say these things in his own words. Question number two: why he took so much notes in the trial? There were things during the trial that he took so much notes. He shook his hands. He tried to activate his hands because his hands went dead from taking so much notes. By taking so much notes, it seems he was there just doing his own thing. He has no connection with no connection, no reaction. You can't see what he was, what is his reaction from the jurors, I think. So he did not establish any relationship with any jurors. If he had managed just to convince one jurors to put aside like fear of rioting or anything and to stand up for him, maybe it would have been a slightly different result. Question number three: why he put his hands to his back while he stood up to listen to the jury verdict? It's so strange to me because I suppose there is a 50-50% conviction and acquittal, right? If you stand up, put your hands at the back, get ready to be handcuffed, that means you know you are convicted. And I have never seen any defendant do that in the court while they listen to the jury verdict. When they stand up to listen to the jury verdict, they already put their hands at the back and ready for being handcuffed. So that's just so strange to me, because it seems he values discipline, training, and obedience so much. Maybe the way he didn't see George Floyd was dying, he was taking so much notes without establishing connection with jurors. And then he stood up and is already ready to be handcuffed. It seems to me he values obedience so much that he doesn't have any flexibility in him. Once he decides okay, this is I decide how to do this thing, he will not be able to adjust his decisions in the middle of something. Maybe that's why he didn't see George Floyd was dying, because I can't just see why he didn't see George Floyd was dying and wouldn't let it go, and he ended up in a criminal trial and ended up conviction of all three accounts. So that's just my questions. When I saw he was taking so much notes, I, I, I joked with myself that maybe he was preparing a book. So maybe he was, who knows? So do you have any questions, even though he was already convicted, and do you have any questions unanswered? That's just my questions. So share in the comments if you have questions or if you have explanations for my questions. Thank you. Have a good day.